Digimon card game Union Impact Wars, semi-final match 1, RagnaLordmon vs Ceresmon. Ceresmon has the first move. Security setup. Digital gates, open. Digitama is hatched, Agumon. In main, evolves into Agumon, 0 cost. Then, into Gargomon, 1 cost, turn over, and draw. In raising, Digitama is hatched, Kakinmon. In main, evolving into Chumon, 0 cost. Ludomon is played for 3 cost. As one of the rookie legend arms, when played, a search can be conducted from the top 5 cards of the deck. With that, RagnaLordmon can be added to the hand alongside another legend arms, Zubamon added to the hand. Turn over, draw, and in raising, Gargomon deployed. It is rested to download Digivolve into Ultimate Argumon with download -3, 0 cost. Now the Tamer Izzy is played for 2 cost, and since there is an ultimate level Digimon or higher on the field, he can be rested to activate his effect to check the top card of the deck. It is a Digimon Blossomon, so it's added to the hand. Now at 2 cost, rookie level Argumon is played from the hand and turn over. Draw. Raising, Chumon is moved out. Now Ludomon evolves into Tia Ludo at 2 cost, then into Rygield at 3 cost. Turn over, active, and draw. In raising, the Digitama, Argumon is hatched. In main, evolves into Agumon, 0 cost. Izzy is activated to once again check top deck. Another Izzy, unfortunately, so it's returned to the bottom of the deck. Now Agumon evolves into Gargomon for 1 cost, before evolving into Ultimate Argumon without download at 3 cost. 1, 2, 3, draw, passing over at 1, turn over, and draw. RagnaLordmon plays the Tamer, Yagami Taichi at 4 cost, turn over, active, and draw. In raising, Argumon moves out onto the field. First, Izzy is played, check top deck. Woodmon added to hand. Now at 2 cost, the option card, Flower Cannon to rest an opponent's Digimon. The target is Rygieldmon. And with that, the bottom Argumon will attack Rygieldmon. Rygieldmon has 7000 DP, Argumon has 6000. But with Agumon's inheritable, it gets plus 1k, and from Gargomon's inheritable, plus 1k for each of the opponent's rested Digimon. At 8k, it crushes Rygieldmon. And now, without using download, the bottom Argumon will evolve into Mega Ceresmon, a member of the Olympus 12. Memories at 1 and moves to 4. Draw, turn over and draw. Digitama is hatched for Kakinmon. In main, evolves into Ludomon, 0 cost. Then at 2 cost, into Tia Ludomon. Finally, at 8 cost, the option card, Terra Force, in order to wipe Ceresmon off the field. Memories at 2, it moves to 6. Turn over, active and draw. In raising, Digitama hatched for Argumon, evolves into Agumon for free. First, Izzy will be activated in order to check top deck. Ceresmon again, return to the hand. Now the Tamer Tachikawa Mimi is played for 4 cost, and she is rested in order to accelerate Agumon onto the field. Now rookie Argumon is rested for Ultimate Argumon to download Digivolve to Ceresmon. 5 cost, download -3, 2 cost, draw, and it's still Ceresmon's turn. Now Agumon will download Digivolve into champion level Argumon. But with Ceresmon's effect, once per turn, you may rest an opponent's Digimon to pay for the cost of download. So Chumon is rested as Agumon evolves into champion Argumon, 2 cost, download -2, 0 cost. Now, champion Argumon attacks Chumon with its 5000 DP, Chumon is 1000, trashed. And of course now, Ceresmon moves to attack security. Agumon gives it plus 1k, Gargomon doesn't have any targets right now. Ultimate Argumon's inheritable is not used, so attacking with 13,000 DP. Security check. Duramon, 7000, trashed. Finally, Champion Argumon evolves without download into Ultimate Argumon for 3 cost. Turn over, draw, and in raising, RagnaLordmon chooses not to move Tia Ludomon out. Moving into main, Tia Ludo evolves into Rygield, 3 cost, and then firing off a second blast of Terra Force at 8 cost to get rid of the second Ceresmon. Memory is at 0, so it moves to 8. Turn over, active, and when Ultimate Argumon goes active, in training Argumon's inheritable triggers to get plus 1 memory, and draw. In raising, Digitama is hatched, Argumon. First, Izzy is activated to check top deck. Rookie Argumon added to hand and then immediately evolved onto In Training Argumon. Next, the Argumon on the field evolves into Woodmon, 2 cost. Now with Mimi's effects, the rookie Argumon in the raising area is accelerated onto the field and then rested such that Woodmon may evolve into Blossomon with download -3, 0 cost. Now Blossomon is rested so that Ultimate Argumon can download Digivolve into its Mega Stage. Mega Argumon, 5 cost, download -3, 2 cost. With that, Mega Argumon attacks RagnaLordmon security. First, with Agumon's Inheritable, it gets +1k DP, so it's attacking with 12k. Then with Ultimate Argumon's Inheritable, a level 3 green Digimon is played from the hand at rest for free, Palmon. And when Palmon is played, a search can be conducted from the top 3 cards of the deck. Fortunately, there is a champion target there. The champion level Argumon is added to the hand. And now, Mega Argumon's own effect. During your turn, for every one of your other rested Digimon, security attack +1. There are now 3 other rested Digimon on the field for security attack +3 for security checks. First check, Chumon 1000 trashed. Second check, Raijiltmon 7000 trashed. Third check, oh, Terra Force! Coming in clutch right here. But who is the target? Well, in this case, the best choice would be Mega Argumon, sent to the trash, destroyed. With that, Ceresmon's onslaught has been put to an end with 1 remaining security. Now another copy of Izzy is placed, 2 cost. He is then activated to check top deck. Flower Cannon an option, so it's not added to the hand. And finally at 5 cost, the blocker Woodmon is played directly from the hand. Memories at 3, so it moves to 2. Turnover, memories up to 3. Active and draw, and in raising, Raijiltmon finally stands on the field. First, Raijiltmon will assume its Mega form, Digivolving into Briweludramon for 3 cost. Finally, the conditions are fulfilled. It is time once again for the legendary sword and shield to become one. Bearing the mantle of legend, Briweludramon will now transcend beyond Mega, evolving into RagnaLordmon, 3 cost. And of course, RagnaLordmon's effect when digivolved by adding Durandamon from the hand to its sources, memory +3. So from the hand, Durandamon will now be stacked on top of Briweludramon. Okay, this mod doesn't really have the space for a full RagnaLordmon, so tell you guys what, I'm gonna do like, Durandamon is gonna be here as an evolution source, Briweludramon will be here, and I'll just put RagnaLordmon in the middle. But this is just one Digimon, alright? And with that +3 memory, it's still RagnaLordmon's turn. With that, RagnaLordmon attacks Blossomon with its 14,000 DP. At this moment, Kakinmon's Inheritable activates for memory +1, and from Tialudomon, when attacking, if this Digimon is level 7, you may de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. And Raijiltmon gives the same effect as well, so it can be triggered twice. Unfortunately, right now, the only valid de-Digivolve target on Ceresmon's field is Blossomon, so it is de-Digivolve 2 stages into a rookie Argumon with only 3000 DP, which is of course destroyed in the onslaught. And with that, piercing. RagnaLordmon has security attack +1 base plus Taichi's effect, giving it a total of 3 checks. First check, Gargomon 4000 trashed. Second check, Palmon 1000 trashed. And finally, Woodmon 6000 trashed. With that, RagnaLordmon has turned the tables, but that might still not be enough for them to win the match. Finally, RagnaLordmon plays Chumon from the hand at 3 cost. If only this deck recipe ran Gotsumon as its second black rookie instead of Chumon, they might actually have a chance to win this right here. Turnover, memory moves up to 3, active, and we've been training Argumon's Inheritable again, +1 memory, and with RagnaLordmon's reboot, it goes active as well. Draw. First, Argumon attacks security, final security check. If this is a Gaia Force, there is still a chance to win this. Final check! But it is the ultimate sword, Durandamon, with 12,000 DP, and Argumon is smashed. With that, Palmon attacks. RagnaLordmon chooses to block with its blocker ability, inherited from Briweludramon. Palmon is destroyed. Finally, Woodmon attacks. As a champion blocker, when attacking, -2 memory. But with that, RagnaLordmon has no remaining security and no active blockers on his field. It's a direct attack and the match is over. The winner is Ceresmon.